Hey YouTube, it's Laceration. We're back doing another gameplay commentary today. Not live, unfortunately. Haven't been streaming much, but this was a really good game off stream. I went 19-1. It was actually kind of crazy. You'll see later on in the game there's some really good moments, and this was a very strong example of how to snowball your lane on Zed. My runes I took are First Strike, Magical Boots, Futures Market, Cosmic Insight. These are standard. There's a Korean strategy that goes Minion Dematerializer instead of Futures Market. The reason they do that, also I have Sudden Impact and Treasure Hunter, but the other strategy is you use Minion Dematerializer on the range creeps. And I think you use all three. So what ends up happening is you can start 2Qing the range creeps very early on. And it just gives you so much like prio and capability of farming. One of Zed's biggest weaknesses is actually being shoved in. He has a really hard time against most control mages that can just push him under a tower and harass you while you're farming. I mean, you can farm safely against that, but the reason I say you have a tough time is that you're going to miss at least half the farm. You're going to fall very far behind, and it kind of makes up for that. On top of that, what the setup is really good at is rushing Eclipse. And like I said in the other video, rushing Eclipse is broken. First Strike in general, man, it's so good when you're ahead and when you have Eclipse, if you can get that early Eclipse. Because you can just start throwing WE at max range, throw the Q, and then it just procs Eclipse, and you just hit them so hard. You make like 50 gold each time. Combine that with like the priority you're getting, it's really, really strong. Right there, I W back because I know that I can't really fight her. She's got Shroud. She's got the minion wave. She's gonna hit level 3 first. If I try to fight back, I'm just gonna take a huge chunk to my health bar. So I just disengage, W backwards. As you can see, I'm playing this lane very controlled. I'm looking to just trigger First Strike, and I'm really focused on CS. That's one thing I see a lot of Zed players don't do, is they aren't focused on farm. And like, especially Zed, like this champ, you're so feast or famine. If you're like down 20 CS or like down half a level, you really feel it. Just small advantages like that your opponent can get on you can really just like make or break your game. So this roam was really, by the way, First Strike just obliterated him right there. This was such a good roam. I don't fight the Nautilus because I know I'm gonna die, so I kite the Kali E. I'm just poking with Q. I want him to Q me because I know that I can just kill him. Grab him with the passive. And then I was looking at recalling here. Most people reset, but look at my wave state. This is gonna slow push in. I'm gonna miss the whole cannon wave. And she's gonna die, so I'm like, it's better if I just run back mid right now, take like 10 seconds, catch the cannon wave, the cannon at least, shove it in, and then recall, because this way I don't miss as much. Because, like I said, like if you're down anything, like I'd be down EXP if I didn't rotate back. So it sucks, but you gotta do it. So I rotate back. Yes. Okay, don't do what this Akali's doing. So I push the lane, we'll go here. I push the lane out. I get it in, right? Well, almost get it in. And then their support comes, and he's tanking the wave. And then the support's trying to stop my recall. And Akali's like, oh, I better freeze this. But the wave is so far away. Look what happens to her health bar. Like, he's trying to mess with me. He can't. I'm just watching her like, wait, why am I going to recall if she's going to do this with no pots? It makes no sense because now she can't even farm the wave. You know, it just... This is 900 LP Challenger, by the way. Trying to get in WE auto range. Can't reach her, so I just throw Q. First Strike, I mean, bone plating is so irritating, by the way. I hate facing bone plating users when I go First Strike because it completely denies the gold income from First Strike. Like, as you can see, I've dealt way more damage than I've earned so far. I've only earned 30 gold, and I've procced it a bunch of times. It really sucks. So I catch her with red buff there. I knew my damage. I was like, yeah, she's gonna die if I WE in here. But yeah, I really hate bone plating when I'm playing First Strike. Bone plating actually blocks First Strike instances of damage, and it really blows. Eclipse. I'm not even negative. I didn't even go into futures. Like, I'm so fed. Holy crap. Nico's sitting here looking for the gank, and I'm like, okay, well, I'll hold the wave here as long as I can. I do have Eclipse, so in my head I'm looking like, okay, well, if she walks up, I'm going to do the combo. I'm going to throw WE at max range, and then I'm gonna Q, because when you're this far ahead, you're never really gonna hit a full WEQ because they know they die from it. So they're always gonna respect it, which means that if you do poke, it's only really gonna be WE, or EQ, sorry, not double shuriken. And then first strike eclipse proc, it was so good. So I built up a big wave, slow pushed it, I'm killing the pink, and then I'm gonna look to harass. I don't know where Rengar is, but I know he wasn't level 6 yet. I predicted her. I think I hit the full combo there. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I'm barely earning anything though because of bone plating. It sucks. So I'm trying to not let her CS. I'm trying to keep my W up, and when I do use Q, I want to make sure that like she's not going to be farming, and I want to make sure I'm zoning. Pushing the wave without W. When you're this fed as Zed, it's amazing because you can shove the wave so quickly without having to use W. And that's obviously, you know, why it's important to save W. Your champion is W for the most part. So she's just trying to catch XP, I know, but like I'm willing to just zone her from every single CS until Rengar comes. I see Rengar bottom, so like, okay, I can play really aggressive right now. Nautilus is dead, Rengar's bot. We can look for the dive here. So I'm gonna do something where I bait her cooldowns under tower. I walk really, really far up, like right here. Like I give her the E, and I'm like, is she gonna take it? Because if she takes this E, I'm gonna WEQ backwards and poke her. And then here, she's like, yes. I'm like, yes, she's using her cooldowns. No W, no E. And then I'm looking for it, but I'm like, nah, she's just too far out of range. I'm gonna push the wave first, get the gold. Make sure you're always getting the gold first. And then I'm looking for the dive now. And she's standing still. I'm like, okay, fuck it, let's go. Full combo, 220 plus like. That first strike gave me a lot of money. Yeah, I got like an extra 100 gold there off first strike. So strong. I see the top dive, so I'm rotating down. Oh, this was so satisfying. You're about to see. Right here. So I'm waiting for the right moment. And there it is. The triple kill. Holy crap. And instead of recalling, I run back mid because I want to catch the cannon. Because I'm so far ahead, it's not like I need a recall. There's no pressure for me to recall and get items. I already have kill threat. I already have my lead. I want to continue my lead, get even bigger. When I'm ahead like this, like 2-level lead, I usually never recall unless I absolutely have to. Like right now, there's like, I'm on full cooldown. I can't kill a Kali, and there's no money for me to make. So I'm okay, fine, I'll recall. I go into debt, what did I buy? Oh, I bought full grudge. Yeah, so I see they have Tank Scion, they have Bruiser Rengar. Akali is... She does get Zanya's, and she does have actually really good stats, like scaling, so it's pretty decent. And like, they have a Nautilus going tank as well. I just thought that if I had full money, you know what, might as well. The slow is really strong, and caster in general snowballs harder than crit. This game I actually went caster. Usually I do go crit Zed, but this was a caster game just because I got so fed. Well, first of all, you can't even auto Akali, and against Rengar, having Edge of Night is really helpful, and Edge of Night doesn't fit in the crit build. So there's like, that was like one of my ideas, one of my like things pushing me. I'm just queuing the wall to see if she's catching XP there, by the way. But yeah, the caster just snowballs better in the mid game. There's like this damage dip with the crit build. Don't get me wrong, the build is better overall. I would say crit is the way to go almost every game, and I do go crit almost every game. But there is a damage dip after when you finish. So when you finish Essence Reaver, if you're trying to kill somebody with armor, it's a little bit, you're a little bit weaker than Ghostblade. Just because your spells do a little bit less damage, you can't always get the auto in, and that's kind of when Essence Reaver is a little bit weaker than Ghostblade. I think Rengar's in our jungle, so I'm scouting for him. And I don't know if this is a bug, but you can hear Rengar's Q in Fog of War. Have to flash. Nautilus's ult got reset instantly there. I thought I ulted it, but didn't. What did I buy? Black Cleaver, right? Yeah. It's just a good time to buy Black Cleaver because it gives me tankiness, gives me cooldown reduction, which I'm lacking, gives me enough armor pen for the rest of the game. I don't have to think about it. You know, probably just, I don't even know if I want to replay that. There's nothing to really watch there. She just gets stunned into a combo. So there's just a little team fight here. I messed up here. So I ult sign. Yeah, so I ult sign. I'm looking for Rengar, but he didn't die. And I queued the Kaisa because I thought he would die. He did not, which is rough. I go over the wall and trying to get the Rengar. Ran out of energy. If I could have Proc the clips there, that would have been good. Shit. I got flash ignited. That's my first and only death of the game. I overstayed the team fight. I should have just backed off. Me staying is kind of like baiting my team because I know I can't really fight that. So that was completely my fault because I know I can't fight that, but I'm staying and I'm making, because I'm fed, my team's going to think, oh, he's staying. He must have a way to fight because he's staying. And so they get baited too, and the fight goes pretty bad. Like, we were so far ahead, that shouldn't have even been a close fight, but I just had to recall, really. I just had to back off after I used my cooldowns. I grabbed the dragon. I probably shouldn't have, but I just did it because like I can do it for free. So why not secure it for my team? That was a nice combo there. The combo with the ult shadow. Flash silence E. The slow is actually crazy on that thing. I definitely would have died if I didn't flash that. Oh, this was cool. It shows you how strong the build is. I missed the Q as well. Shredded. That's the definition of shredded. Got farm for them. I'm worried about Rengar, but I back off for a second, but then I see my ults coming back up, so okay, I'll just push it out. And then I think I check to see whether I have Hydra money or not. And do I farm it out or reset? Yeah, I had it. Yeah, I went into debt, but that's fine. It's worth it to go into debt if it's going to give you a power spike. I don't have much lethality this game, but like I said, like when you're fed, it doesn't matter too much what you build because you're fed. I W'd the wall. Look at my W clipping the wall barely right there. Unlucky. That little corner right there. If it didn't clip, I would have gotten my shadow placement right on top of her, and she would have died. My team goes Baron. They don't need me. They're all dead. It's just Akali up. Akali can't fight me. I know she has ult ignite, but like I'm just so fed I can kill her without it, and she knows that. We both know that. I just take the tower in front of her. Gangplank had the wildest. Oh, this fight. I went for the triple Q, but he had flash. But my cooldown reduction's so fucking good. I just get another triple Q. A Rengar main told me he's like jumps from a higher spot now. I'm ulting Sion. I tried the triple Q there, but she's almost pretty lucky. Extra second triple Q though. That's why I say cooldown reduction is Zed's most important stat to scale into late game. At least when you're in caster, it's the most important, because if you don't have enough cooldown reduction, like, and they can avoid your triple Q, the first one, the sooner you can get the second one, the sooner you're a champion again, because Zed is just basically triple Q bot when you're going caster for the most part. But yeah, that's the game. 8 point something CS per minute, 19 kills, very clean. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Here's the screenshot at the end of the video of the game. Next time it'll be I'll start recording live. Like I'll just be recording. If I do play off stream, it's going to be like, you'll see my FOV, so it'll be a lot cleaner and you can understand a little bit better why I'm making decisions. I'm trying my best to explain everything, but it's obviously better when you can see it. Anyway, have a good day, guys. Peace.
I think I'm overdosing.